Alright, so this song is The House of God Forever, Psalm 23 by John Foreman, Switchfoot guy. I feel like there's a lot of videos that give really, really simple tutorials, and then there's some tutorials that do like exact replications of what's going on, and that can't be for this song because it's on guitar. But I wanted to do some videos that I've always wanted, where it's just somebody taking a song and saying, I'm playing this and singing it. How do I accompany myself at a little bit past a beginner level? So I'm not far past a beginner level, but maybe as I do more of these, they will get a little bit better. So I'm just getting started. So I'll explain I'll play the intro, then I'll explain what I did. So that's the basic riff, and then I would change it up a little bit as I went through. I think whenever you're playing piano for a song, you want to have something melodic, obviously, as that intro. It's nice if it's a little different, not just like the straight melody of the verse or the chorus. Something a little bit different. And then when you come in with whole notes of God is my shepherd, it doesn't sound like you don't know how to play piano. Like you've established, like, okay, I can do something. All right, so all I'm doing is left hand, I'm playing in C, 1 5 1. So I'm all, and then I'm just 1 5 1. So C G E, and then hitting the C again on the downbeat, and then I'm gonna do 3 5 1. So I'm just playing the notes of that first inversion, one chord, C chord, E G C. So then whenever it goes to the F, I'm playing a sus2 form of that chord in root position. So E G E G E G F G C. And then as I went on, like I liked the 7 to be over the 4 chord. So you just play with it, and your goal is to get where it's easy enough to play, because you don't want to have to think about it so much. I like doing this. I didn't do this that fall down to the 3 right before it hit it over the F, making that major 7th chord, and then it resolves. So that's the intro. Like I said, that's just the basic form. And you can play it real soft at the beginning, and then when you play it between the verses, you get more intense, more frequent hits. Okay, so the verse. So real simple. This is just a great song to play if you haven't done a lot of singing and playing, to be able to put a little bit of flavor to, but sink into the chords. So just, you're going to choose your inversions. So I chose this first inversion, C chord, and then a root form 4 chord, keeping that note the same on top. I liked starting out, I would go back and forth between the root form, the regular triad, and the sus2. So God is my shepherd, won't be wanting. That's like the it sounds better to me than the 4 on the floor pattern. So I would alternate that 1. So that was really the pattern that I really grabbed onto in the song, that form of So let's see. So bum, 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 bum. Then I would start kind of picking individual notes using that same pattern. So. God is my shepherd, won't be wanting, won't be wanting. Even though I walk through the valley, death and dying. Alright, so then, I mean, you know, that's just this thing you play around with, but you kind of keep your same rhythm, but you move. You just play some single notes and then some two-note chords. The little place for riffs, like in this song, you're looking for the space where you're not singing, and that's where you want to put in. So, God is my shepherd, won't be wanting, won't be wanting, right here. See how there's that space, and your ear wants to hear something happen there and not just a blank chord. Won't be wanting, won't be wanting. That sounds boring to the listener, to the player too. So you're looking for something. It doesn't have to be complex. Won't be wanting. Just the notes of the scale or what you have at your disposal, and you just get to know what those sound like over each chord. You know, a good first step is also just seeing what notes you can add, and what they sound like. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm not gonna say too much more. It's my first go at this. All right, verse 2. I just went up in intensity. I use that kind of like Beatles. I call it "Let It Be" pattern. I continued using those shapes here, and so it's more driving. See my left hand, still doing that. That's what my left hand does the whole song, and it sounds okay. And you can vary doing single notes within that. Gives it more of a driving sound, so it changes up for that second verse. Let's see if there's any other little things I wanted to share. I think it's really important anytime you're approaching a song just to pick an inversion and the inversions that you want and stick with it. So like these, that first inversion 1 chord and root form of the 4 chord. Pick that sound okay, and then just let that be your just take let's see. I don't like trying to play the melody most of the song. Like you saw the second verse I went through, I played the melody just a little bit. Shepherds down, comforts me. So I thought that was like a really impactful moment of the song, where that melody jumps up, comforts me. It was an interesting melody, so I echoed that, comforts me. Just harmonized it with the root of the chord. Okay, and then whenever I went to the G chord of that little bridge, I would go through from the root form of that, and I would get that sus4 in, which is just really common. But I was just playing the first two notes of each of those chords, and I felt like that sounded good. Anyway, I don't know if anything came through that might be helpful in that, but it's just a first attempt at playing a little cover and then maybe giving some guidance for someone that is stuck at just this level. Which that gets boring really fast. So I'm on the journey of how to get away from that. Learning different things. This was just one of the first songs I felt like, well, that sounds okay.